out to the boys, Fox and Shane. Set your minds free, no locks and chains. Do what you love, roll the dice. 50-50, we cold as ice. One thing cold, but a pretty town red. Can't let that go down in my head, Wargaming.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to Hobby Homies. We are your weekly tabletop podcast. I'm Shane, hanging out with Fox.
What's up, gang?
We've got Churchy
I'm in the void.
and Rory on the couch.
Yeah, wow, that was
We
crazy.
rehearsed that. It took us like 2 weeks.
You know what? Just give the people what they want and make Churchy the co-host
All right,
already.
get out of there.
Teach me how to be a producer like Churchy
Easy,
is.
dude. You click start.
No. Let's
Nailed the workflow, bro.
No. Let's take it back because there's a lot that happens before that. First, you yank on a cable and yeet the audio interface
whole thing
onto the ground.
just goes flying.
Oh wait, that wasn't even the. Was that the
That was
capture?
the MIDI, dude.
Oh my
Yeah, it was
god.
there. It was there. Yeah.
And then you try and panic and recover and stand up and yeet some headphones onto the ground.
Yep.
And
It's all
then
part of the training.
more part of the training. Well, you've undertaken some extra training today.
He's killing it, dude.
Who are we? What do we do?
We are Hobby Homies. We are Shane and Fox.
podcast. I'm Shane. This is what. Touching the word.
Touching the void.
Rory on the couch.
Today we are talking about solo wargaming, doing it by yourself.
Yes. Something I feel as humans going through life, you learn to do.
Would you say more or less after marriage?
Wow, way less. Way less. I'm too exhausted. I got
No
kids.
time.
I got kids. I got commitments. The weeds aren't going to weed themselves.
True.
And neither am I with all these commitments. Hey, speaking of marriage,
Air fryers?
yes,
Yeah, man. We are just
on the zone.
finishing
me-
each other's
Sandwiches, which you can also put in the air fryer.
fried
Sarah
sandwich.
got an air fryer recently,
Yep.
and it's changing my life, but I don't really understand its purpose.
They're basically like a hairdryer in a box.
Wow. That's such a terrible explanation.
I've actually never seen one, but I just
All right, sage,
what it sounds
sage of wisdom. Tell us more about these air fryers. Basically, a hairdryer in a
some
box.
of them come in 7 litre.
Okay.
Some of them come in 5 litre.
You know a lot about them, maybe?
Seen them in catalogues.
So you don't know what they do.
They cook food.
All right, he's a wizard. How did you just know everything, don't you?
Not that silly.
So you know how like a few weeks ago I was telling you if you have
Leftover pizza in the sandwich press.
there you go.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right.
What I really want to know, because that's goated status for me.
Yeah.
What I really want to know is pizza in the air fryer better than that?
Are you saying it is, or are you asking?
I'm asking.
Well, there's one way to find out.
I know.
You got pizza here?
Yeah.
Can I take a slice home with me?
Bro, you can take
I just want one
half a
slice.
slice.
Oh, thanks. I mean, yeah.
Of course you can.
But I mostly want to know, I'm using this platform as an opportunity to ask people, what kind of cool things should I put in the air fryer?
Oh, dude. Potato gems.
Yes. Yeah, you know, like all
Chicken
like
nuggets.
Chicken
nugs, nugs and jams and chips, all that stuff that just doesn't quite nail it in the oven.
Yeah.
That's the stuff you throw in there. In fact, Sarah has one at her work.
An air fryer at work.
Yeah.
Rory should get one for his office.
I was just about to say that. She's already got a microwave. In fact, you shouldn't have even got the microwave.
True, you
Air
missed the
fryer would just
opportunity,
do
dude.
it. What can you put in a microwave that you can't put? It doesn't matter. Anyways.
Soup.
So quick on that. That's way too quick on that.
Sharp, dude.
You already think,
Sharp.
no, that's not it. I know that's not it. There's more to the
Like
story.
a pencil sharpener.
You're like,
Word associations.
so I think
Changed my life, dude.
I think I misheard, but I think Rory said babies.
Baby what?
Yeah.
Baby
yeah.
chickens is like an egg? You
Yeah.
can fry an egg.
Okay. Anyway, solo wargaming.
You started this, dude.
Well, the episode you did it technically.
Yeah, true.
So what we thought we would do is talk about solo wargaming.
Yep.
And like things that we like about it, things that we dislike about it, some of our favorite games, and just whatever else comes to our smooth but also sharp, apparently, brain.
Will there be mention of how you can incorporate an air fryer into your solo war game?
Absolutely not.
There will now.
Oh, good.
Remind me at the end. Remind me at the end, if there's time.
Sure.
And I've got some ideas about that. Got some very big ideas. Shane, what are your favorite things about solo wargaming? Like, if people are just kind of on the fence about it. What things
Yeah.
do you think are going to take them over the edge? You've been edging them this whole time. How do you get them to
Just give me
just
the
go
gravy.
for it?
Yeah.
Just go for it. Unleash
Unleash.
on
yeah.
Solo Wargaming.
Yeah, yeah. Well, so I
Are you phoning a friend?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey Rory. What's up, dude?
Hello?
So I broke it down in a few pros and cons. On the pros, it was like the fact you can play it any time.
The
Anywhere.
fact that you can play it by yourself. It's like, oh, what Solo Wargaming?
No, it's like any time. So you don't have to try and schedule with an opponent what weekends work, what nights after work. You can sort of just have it set up, if you've got space to leave it set up, of course.
Of course.
And you can pick it up and go as you go.
Yeah.
So like you might have 15 minutes where you might be able to roll a turn
Yeah.
and then pause it for the next night. Go again.
Because I think like there's a massive time sink that goes into arranging, planning, meeting,
Yep.
like driving to like a central location. Because
Unusual, yeah.
Wargamers, if you don't know them, I mean, we're weird people. You don't want to just, if someone's in Wargaming, you've
Yeah.
never met them,
Scope them out first.
don't just go to their house.
Yeah.
That's how you find they got like My Little Ponies and
Yeah.
I don't know what other weird
What
stuff
else
we
you got?
do. What else have I got? I've got My Little Ponies. I got a lot of plushies.
Oh, yeah, like Beanie Bears.
Beanie Bears. I got a lot of action figures from the era before I was born, and I've never seen the shows, but I just got them because I understand they're iconic.
Yeah.
But they're all new in box because I know that's going to just skyrocket like NFTs.
Oh, absolutely, dude. That's just an investment.
What else have I got? I've got a lot of old mops, so I can never throw out a mop.
No, like what would you?
And I was mopping the floors since I was 7, so I've got about 4 mops.
40 mops.
Oh yeah, 40. I can't remember. So yeah,
Yes.
like we got all kinds of weird stuff.
Yep.
So meet us somewhere central was the point of this conversation. It takes a while to travel.
Yeah.
Meet someone somewhere.
And you're going to set your table up,
Yeah, that's
explain
it.
your armies, talk about the game, whatever you're playing. So being able to play it solo is, you can set it up as at your leisure. You can learn the rules at your leisure. You can play a turn at a time, and give yourself time to learn the game.
Yeah, that's good. That's a strong pro.
Yeah.
I like that one, man. I think we can wrap the episode up with that. I think
Let's do it, dude. We've got
Let's
other
nail
stuff
it.
to do.
I wrote flexible schedule.
It's kind of the same.
It's kind of the same. It's exactly the same. I didn't actually write it. My first pro is also a con.
Oh, yeah.
I've done a what do you call that?
The old switcheroo.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
So, yeah, whatever. So, something that I like about solo war games is that it allows for like a deeper level of strategic thinking
Okay.
because you don't have to worry about taking too long on your turn to plan things out
Yep.
and making your opponent sit there just like waiting.
Yeah.
So I like that solo wargaming allows that. The con is that no solo wargames do that.
No.
Well, that I know of. So, like, I feel like solo war games are often made by people who just make miniature agnostic PDFs.
Yep.
It's not their full-time job typically.
No, it's something to do on the side.
So they don't have like 80 extra hours to really granularize rules to the nth degree to make a minimal return on that extra rule. If
Okay.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
I assume, as me guessing, this is why people haven't done it. Or maybe it's just not fun to play something that's insanely complicated. But I think there is room in solo wargaming to do that.
To add that extra level.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, so many... Like, I find, a lot of games have stealth
Oh, yeah.
and awareness.
Yep.
And they always seem quite binary.
They're so hard to do in a competitive game. They
Yeah.
nearly can't be done.
Yeah.
Like, yet to play 200 hours, made by Graham Davey from Great for Now Games, but that's probably the first game that I think it's at a level where it's like passable, right?
Sure.
Because normally a stealth is just like it's a minus to your hit, or it's an add to your save or something like that.
Totally, yeah.
So besides just being a negative modifier to a dice roll, where like you have, like you said, awareness is something huge. Where it's like, how can I not be aware of that model when I can see it?
It's there, I can see it.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. Yeah, and it is tricky because if stealth is something that has quite binary and I guess, low-level rules,
Yep.
it's really easy for one person to play around it and kind of game it a little bit. Whereas I feel like if you really had a complex set of rules for it, same as shooting, it's kind of like, you throw a dice to hit, it hits or it doesn't. If it does, then it wounds. It either wounds or it doesn't. It's kind of like if yes, then if no, then this. If yes, then this.
Yeah.
But for about 2 times, I'm like, what if there was more than that? What if there was like actually having to locate your target?
No, actually, sorry, I just had a
I saw it. I saw it.
you saw the flicker.
Yeah, I saw a light come on. I was like, I haven't seen that in years.
It's coming out of right here, dude. It reminded me of Chain of Command.
Yeah.
The way the snipers work.
Tell me about
So
it.
they can't. So you can deploy a sniper, and it can't even be targeted. Your troops could be standing on it, and you can't even shoot at it until it's been detected.
Right.
So every time that sniper makes a shot at a unit, that unit gets to roll, and every time it makes an additional shot, the roll gets easier.
Yeah, okay.
So it starts on like a 5+,
Yeah.
and then the next time it's a 4+, then a 3+, and until it moves, and then the count resets.
Yeah, interesting.
So that's actually an
great
element that actually works really well and very thematical, and works in a way that doesn't really affect a competitive game.
And so it's like, take that rule, that's great, and then apply it into like every other facet of the game.
Yeah.
Why is moving always so, it's 6 inches, or it's whatever your speed character, and that's it.
Yeah.
You just move. What if there was more elements to it? And I know some games there is, obviously, like if it's difficult terrain or whatever, but
Yeah.
I just feel like there's this massive area where, and I guess it would require potentially a table to be set up in the shed for a while as you play through. Maybe a turn takes a long time, or a few turns take a really long time, and I just think that would be cool. Cool to see.
Would be cool.
Because it does. It allows for you to just take your time with your turn, plan out some things, really put things in motion. And I don't feel like any games reward that
No.
I've played anyways. So pro and con.
Yeah. Yeah. I like that. I had one that was kind of pro or con as well.
Well, I like this. See, we're nuancing down our pros and cons list.
It's very, very similar to that. It was that the rules aren't usually overly complex.
Yeah.
They can be quite shallow.
Yeah.
And it was like,
That's what I'm saying.
yeah, is it a pro? Like you might, maybe it's something like Parsecs where you can actually fly through the tabletop element pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Or like, yeah, and it's like where, how do you find that happy medium, or you add a lot of more extra complexity from a game like, I don't know, Infinity or something like that.
Yep.
Like, why don't we see that more often in solo war games?
Yeah, it is interesting. I feel like it's tricky because typically there's like 2 different groups of people that would want 2 different types of things.
Yeah.
And like, how do you appease both? I think the answer is like, we always talk about it when we're talking about game design, is like rules that are like Parsecs, where you can get the game to the table quickly, fly through the tabletop element, do some cool out of mission things. But then also, if you want more than that, you can add all this stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
Basic rules and advanced rules. So I think that's probably the answer, but it kind of goes back to what I was talking about, where it's like, to add those rules is an extra X amount of time that I don't know how much worth that is to the creators, I guess.
Yeah. I guess there's things that could be seen in like expansions or PDFs or mission packs or something like that. They could release. Maybe they've released their core game as it is, and people go, "Hey, we want more. Like, give us more meat on the bone."
Yeah, and that would be a game designer logic, I suppose, where it's like, give them the bones.
Yeah.
And if they want meat in certain areas, they'll tell me, and then I'll do it.
Yeah.
You know,
Usually the communities are good enough for that.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of developers have their own Discord servers or Facebook groups or some kind of social media where they can talk directly to their player base. Like,
Yeah.
the Nordic Weasel one for, Ivan, with all the 5 Parsecs, 5 League stuff.
Yeah.
It's just a place where everyone can chime in and say, we love this, like almost collectively. It's like, because you can see it quite quickly. Like, most things in that kind of element are like it's like, yep, we love it, or nah, we hate it. I think it seems pretty uncommon for it to be really like balanced, like divided.
Yeah. It's quite universal.
Yep.
The people, because I feel like certain games draw in certain players and they kind of have similar tastes about what they're trying to get out of wargaming, which is maybe why that happens.
And I think solo wargaming does that. I think there's people out there that are just like, nah. Well, I remember I had one guy, right? The very first time I went to Westgate Wargaming Club, I was talking to one dude there, and this is like not long after all the lockdowns lifted and all that sort of nonsense. He's like, what do you play? I'm like, oh, well, lately I've been playing a lot of like solo stuff.
Yeah.
He's like, why would you play by yourself? And I'm thinking like, do you play video games by yourself?
Yeah.
I've played solo player video games.
Yeah.
Like, I think everyone has.
Yeah.
It's like,
Great
how is
point.
it different?
Yeah.
It's like, you're just sitting there doing all the calculations that the computer would do.
Well, our computers.
Well, maybe like, I don't know, like computers from like the 1970s.
Yeah, I don't know about that, dude. I don't know about that. I've seen you.
Size of
I've
a
seen
room.
you talk.
Oh yeah, thanks.
I've just no.
Thanks, dude. More like the 80s.
No, there we go. What year was the year before computers came out? Because you were that computer. Hey, question.
Yeah, dude.
You raised some good and interesting and thought-provoking things.
When?
Like the other day.
Oh, yeah,
Like
cool.
just before we started recording.
Oh, yeah,
We
cool.
were talking about Taylor Swift. Yeah. And Billie Eilish.
Bet your ass I would, though.
Yeah, I know you would do. It's not what you think. It's way worse. Somehow it's way worse. Yeah, he thinks, oh, there's typical guys talking about banging Taylor Swift. No. Oh, no. Anyway.
Yep.
You've done it again. I completely lost what I was going to talk about. Hang on, let me throw it back. Let me throw it back. Trying to think about what you were just saying before we went on the tangent, because now I'm thinking about Billie Eilish.
Yeah.
Incredible music.
Very talented.
That's gone. So, I can relate a little bit to the people you were mentioning.
Yeah.
It was like, why would you want to play solo war games?
Yep.
I understand that logic because before I started playing a few of them, I had the same thinking, because I was like, if I had time to myself and I was going to use said time to do hobby-related, wargaming-related things,
Yep.
I would spend that to paint minis or base or build terrain or whatever.
To then use in a game against an opponent.
Totally.
Yep.
Yeah. That was always my thinking.
Yeah.
And I think I've still come around a little bit to that.
Yeah.
I still love some solo war games. I just haven't found one that's made me as ferociously excited as other tabletop games multiplayer.
Like Shatterpoint.
I wasn't going to name names, dude. You brought it there.
We all know it. You don't read
But
it.
I honestly think games like One Page Rules,
Yep.
even the new edition of Warhammer 40k, if you played it early when it was all free and stuff.
Wait, it's not free anymore?
I don't even. No, it's definitely not.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's never free.
True. We all pay for it.
But you know, like the codexes start rolling out, so I think you have to buy them before they go on the app. I don't know. Who even knows?
Yeah.
That's not us anymore.
Nah.
But I feel like I still get more excitement playing those games than even my favorite solo game.
That's fair. Yeah. I get that. And I probably agree. I think, like, the time to play solo games, it's obviously like, if you can tip with an opponent and there's games that you want to play, absolutely, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of like, I don't think I'd ever choose to play solo over a multiplayer game,
for sure.
a competitive game. It's kind of just like, I'm chilling at home. I've had enough of Stellaris or something for now.
Not possible.
I've finished painting all my
Good game.
sludge models.
Definitely not.
Let's roll some dice.
This
or
is why
something
you
like
never
that.
play solo games, because you haven't gotten sick of Stellaris, and you definitely haven't painted your sludge
I've had like
models.
30 hours in the last 2 weeks, which is a lot for me.
Yeah,
Imagine-
since the land, you've
Since
been
the
going off on
land,
it.
dude. Yeah. I've started 2 new games since then.
Nice.
Nerd.
Excuse.
I need to play
So
it
that's to
again.
the United Humans.
Okay.
United Nations of Earth.
Well, all the games you've started have been the humans?
Yeah.
Really?
Isn't it? Like,
Nah, like one earlier.
Yeah, you had
I played as
the
Reptilians.
enlarged cranium.
Oh, yeah.
those
Yeah,
two.
in the order of the enlarging craniums, something.
You saying the Ukrainians?
No.
craniums.
Enlarged craniums.
Yeah,
Big heads.
And I
big
was
heads, big
the
heads.
Diplomatic
That's
Federation
a slur in my district of space.
and I was the Diplomatic Federation of Fun Guys, and I was
Yeah.
mushrooms.
That makes sense. So he's orcs, and you're elder.
Kind of.
Who else has big heads? Anyways,
Anyway,
yes. So tell me about then. What are your favorite solo games?
okay.
What are the ones
Yeah,
that you
yeah,
would
yeah.
throw dice after you paint your sludge models?
Yeah.
Hey,
County
never.
Road Z is something that is just, I'm really chomping at the bit for. Rangers of Shadow Deep has been a lot of fun. Played through the first mission like several times, the second mission once. It's because I got the rules wrong the
That's
first
like-
time so many times.
That's like when I used to play Nintendo 64 and I didn't have a expansion pack, whatever it's called.
Dude.
Like the save pack.
Like a memory
So it was-
card.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
It's funny, you were going on some old man rant today about consoles. That's fucking hilarious.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Dude, it's
Bro's trying to
Share
tell
it with
me,
us, bro.
he's like, oh, I reckon Caitlin would love a computer. I could get a console. But you know the problem with consoles? And then dude went like, get off my lawn. It's not me, it's the kids. For like old man rant on it. He's like, oh, like consoles these days, they got like,
True, though.
you pick the RAM.
RAM,
and the-
dude.
Yeah, that's what,
Consoles shouldn't have to worry about RAM.
that's what he said.
Am I wrong?
No.
Yeah, exactly.
But then I was thinking about like when I used to play Nintendo and I needed to have the Rumble pack and the expansion
Oh, the
pack.
Rumble pack,
Yeah.
dude. I played Nintendo at my mate's joint, but I played Lockie from Wartide actually. But I
there you
played PS1.
I remember
so-
playing Nintendo at this
yeah,
joint.
yeah. Like Smash Bros.
Go
and
check out Wartime.
and
Wartime.
Banjo
Stadium.
Kazooie.
Oh, Banjo Kazooie. But we had a Super Nintendo, and then Dad got us a PS1.
Yeah.
And like the PS1, I remember the first controllers didn't have thumbsticks. Right. And then they brought out the Dual Shock, which was thumbsticks and vibration maybe.
Yeah.
But no memory cards, right? So it was like play the game for as long as you can, and then like go to bed or whatever, and then like the next day it's like the same thing. So like, you
Yeah.
play the first hour or something of a game
Video games
so
were
many times.
Groundhog Day, man.
Yeah,
I remember
yeah.
I played
Had a lot at your
Snowboard Kids.
joints in
Yeah.
a couple of games.
Yep.
Yeah.
I was playing Snowboard Kids and I would keep pushing and I would always be able to get to the same part, which I don't know how many hours it took. Probably only one because I'm a
Yep.
kid and time is a construct and whatever. But I could unlock there's like a dog in it.
Oh yeah.
Could unlock the dog. And I just remember like, I just had this defeated feeling every time I would unlock the dog that rode on a snowboard. Because I was like, now I know I've gone so far into this game. I'm going to maybe play a few levels with the dog and it's going to be dope. And then I'm going to turn it off. And I'm going to have to do it all again.
Did you ever not think about leaving it on?
Oh, I left it on.
Yeah.
But eventually it gets turned off. Eventually it gets unplugged. There's 4
yeah.
kids in the house.
True.
1 TV. Other people want to play other games.
Of course.
Nothing worse than coming through in the morning and seeing like Pokemon Snap in there. I'm like, oh, great taste, but damn it.
God damn it, Stewie.
Yeah. There goes my save game.
Taking pictures of Pokemon.
Yeah.
Sheridan.
Sheridan. Oh. I see a StarCraft 64. I'm like, Stewie played StarCraft without me? How crazy that StarCraft was on Nintendo.
It's nuts.
Anyway,
It's nuts.
what are we talking about?
Solo Wargaming.
Yeah, okay.
It's kind of like solo video game.
yeah, I guess so.
But you can save it. No rumble packs required.
Oh, yeah, your old man rants. Well, I can't remember how I got onto that tangent. Anyways,
I don't know,
what's your
dude.
favorite solo games?
Rangers of Shadow Deep, County Road Z.
Ah.
5 parsecs
Playing the
from
same
home.
thing over. Yeah. Yeah.
Yep. But you know what was also a pro? That the miniatures are miniature agnostic.
Always. Yeah, always.
So
Yeah.
like you can pick your favorite miniatures from any manufacturer, any
Yeah.
factions. They can be whatever you want them to be. They're not sort of determined by what's on the box.
Yeah. Yeah, great. The cost to entry of solo wargaming is so minimal.
Yeah.
You could buy 2 or 3 rule books for $30, $40
Yeah.
or a good one or a couple good ones for under $100 under the price of a codex.
Yeah. Oh, it's nuts, right?
And that's all you need.
Yeah, yeah,
Because
yeah.
you've already got the miniatures, the terrain. It's all miniature
Yeah.
agnostic. They usually sit within the common norms of sci-fi and
Fantasy.
the other one. Yeah. Yeah.
The only thing that might throw you, but more often than not, they use D6s. But maybe like this game wants D20s or D8s or D10s.
And if you
or
don't
whatever.
have it, then you go spend $10 on dice or whatever.
from a game shop. Yeah.
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 Yeah, so the cost of entry is great. It's also, it gives you all the creative control.
Yep.
So unlike other games where you might paint my crew, think my crew are awesome, bring an army of crew, 20 of them are gone with like a couple of shots. I'm like, they're in a forest. They should be like all stealthy. And then they get blown off the table while they're in their forest. And you're like, why does that happen? They're crew. And then they get into melee and you're like, well, this is what they do. They're ferocious. And then they just absolutely get destroyed by like 4 Marines.
Yeah.
And you have no creative control.
No.
The game is telling you what your things are, but you thought they were something else. In solo games, you have all that control.
Yeah.
You can make these things usually what you want them to be in the game, which is cool, I think.
Yeah, I think so too.
It's just me. Just my opinion.
I like it. I rate it.
Someone might think I'm wrong.
Probably.
I don't give a shit.
Churchy does.
Churchy always does. All I see when we're recording is like 4 bright lights, Rory on his phone, and Churchy just going, just shaking his head slowly.
He put his phone down. You called him in.
We're watching you, Rory, at all times. We got nothing else. What do you think we're looking at? Think we're looking at the camera? I didn't even know it was there. I thought it was over there.
Past the camera, dude.
Beyond the camera.
They see all.
So, shut up, Churchy. You know what? I did write something else. This is I guess the pedantic version of me. But I was like, when you solo wargame, the pack up and the setup, that's all you.
True.
The supplying of the miniature and rules and everything, it's all on you.
Yeah.
That's big con to me.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Not a fan of pack up setup.
Who is? Who's out there going, I can't wait to set up this game?
That's true. Even with board games, it's the worst.
Yeah.
It's the worst.
That was actually one of my pros, is that you don't have to teach any other morons rules.
Oh,
And
you
have
have to
them.
teach yourself the rules.
Yeah.
Like, that's the hardest part.
That's a con, yeah.
See, that's a pro for me because, I
It's a pro.
need someone to bounce the rules off.
Yeah.
Because I'm just like, this is it. I'm rolling dice. I'm like, this is wrong.
You almost want 2 people to half know the rules, so hopefully your combined knowledge is like 60, 70% of the rules.
That's enough.
That's enough.
You guys
enough.
do that a lot.
Yeah.
Oh, that's our motto
That's
on the
us.
wall.
Yeah. Know half the rules.
Each, and that way
Each.
we'll know 60%.
Because that's how math works.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
It kind of does.
Didn't say
Which
different
50%?
halves.
Yeah.
No matter the same half.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, solo wargaming, pretty good. I don't know if we got that point across. Pretty fun.
I think so. I think the audience understand that we are advocates of solo wargaming.
As solo wargamers ourselves that are actively playing in a solo wargaming campaign for 5 parsecs from home.
Yep.
That's another thing I love about solo wargaming is you can make it multiplayer so easily.
Any solo war game can be cooperative.
Yeah. However, not all cooperative games can be solo as easily.
Yeah.
So I like that. I like the freedom of being able to play this thing solo with other people and share our stories and experiences. Maybe even play a few tabletop games together. But then it's like when you watch a TV series with your significant other or friends,
Yep.
and you guys have to like watch it at the same time because you don't want someone to like skip ahead.
Oh, that's ultimate betrayal.
The good thing about solo wargame is you don't have that.
Yeah.
Or like solo/co-op wargaming.
Yeah,
is
yeah,
that
yeah.
you can go and play a few missions and then come back and the other person hasn't missed out on those episodes.
No, they don't know what happens to Sam.
Daryl and Sam. Daryl and Sam hook up in season 4.
Yeah.
And then kill each other in season 5.
As all Daryl and Sam's do.
But then it's a plot twist. Daryl was never Daryl to begin with. Daryl was
Didn't see it
actually
coming, dude.
Douglas.
Oh,
Dr. Douglas?
Dr. Douglas. But there's there's another M.
Evil
Night
twin?
Shyamalan plot twist.
evil twin.
Sam is not even Sam.
Oh, I did not see that coming, dude.
Sam is a praying mantis.
So tore Douglas's head off after consummating.
There's another plot twist. Dr. Douglas
Yep.
takes off Sam the praying mantis's head.
A lot of twists and turns.
Can't keep up with this M. Night Shyamalan.
Shyamalan.
Shyamalan. What's his name?
Speaking of not being able to keep up, that's been our episode.
Thank you for
We
watching
would
and
love
listening.
to have you return.
It's been a warm one today.
A warm one?
Yeah, I sweated heaps.
I don't think I'll ever complain about the temperature of an episode after our first episode. I feel
Oh,
like that
yeah, yeah.
changed us as humans.
As far as recording goes, that was like trialed by
Yeah.
Sauna.
Absolutely. What temp do you reckon was in that building?
45.
40 plus.
Definitely
42.
40
It was
plus.
like it was nearly 40 outside, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
so it was probably like 45 in there.
Yeah. The window was open. Somehow it
Just
was
imagine
worse.
being in a shipping container, but it's 40 degrees outside, but you're inside with 3 dudes talking for an hour and a half.
An hour and a half. What were we thinking?
It was probably longer, right?
Probably.
Because we did 2 episodes.
Yeah, we did.
And we would have had them at each an hour. Yeah,
What were we thinking?
we weren't. We
Yeah.
were delirious.
From the heat.
And here we are.
4 years later.
So thank you for those who have stuck it out, not just through the last 4 years, but more so the last 25 minutes.
You're the real heroes.
You're all heroes.
Yep,
Yeah, you're doing God's work.
Yeah.
Well, that's Rory clapping. You have to thank our Patreons.
Oh, the clap light's on, dude. Turn it off.
Oh, yeah, shut up, Rory. Stop it.
Massive thank you to our patrons. Shout out to a new patron,
Oh, yeah.
Fat Boy.
Oh, Fat Boy.
Fat Boy.
What a
A
legend.
couple of
though.
weeks ago, I missed that one. My bad. My bad.
Yeah, I was going to say, I feel like Fat Boy has been a member forever.
Since before Christmas.
Since December, since last year.
Yeah, we had a couple of weeks off, but we didn't let you
Oh, here
guys
we
know
go.
that. 'cause
Cue
we-
excuses.
Sorry.
Oh, wait.
Massive thank you to Fat Boy. You've been an awesome member of the community so far, and we can't wait to see what you keep doing.
Yeah, loving the hobby hangouts that happen lunchtime in Australia.
Hey, I caught one day. It was like Saturday, and I'm just like, I'm walking past my computer. Don Juan, Don, and Fat Boy are hanging out on Discord.
I'm in.
I
was like, there was one day I was like drinking a beer outside. I had the jumping castle set up and I was spraying the hose on my son. I was just sitting in the seat spraying my son. Jumping
He's like,
castle.
Dad, stop it.
Yeah. And like,
like,
I put my beer down
"No."
for a sec and I was like, I better check my phone. And there's Discord messages and I was scrolling through and I saw Fat Boy was just in the hobby hangout.
Yeah,
so I
yeah.
jumped in. I was like, what's up, dude? Just spraying my son. He's running in on the jumping castle, running out. I'm spraying him. And I was like, I chatted for maybe like 5-10 minutes and then I had to go because, you know, the beer and whatnot.
Of course, and the child.
Duty called.
Yeah.
But it's very cool. Love it. Love having you, Fat Boy. So
Massive shout out to our patrons. For $2 a month, you guys get early access to do videos like this, battle reports, all that sort of stuff. We've also got a YouTube membership thing going on now, so you can join that down below too. You can become a main homie for $4.99 Australian.
well, wait, a main homie on the YouTube?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
And that's separate to the other one.
It's the same.
Oh, okay. Is it?
Basically the same.
right. But
Yeah,
do
yeah.
They don't get all early access or whatever.
They do on something.
Oh, cool.
Not on Patreon though.
Sure.
But
Just do
check
Patreon.
that out.
Oh, but yeah, suss it.
Maybe like the video. Share it with your friends. Churchy, Patreon, please. As always, we've got the goats. We have Burnsy, Wild Dinosaur, Gridlock.
Never queued him up like that.
MJ, Test Dummy, and Black Apollo.
Oh,
Had to. I was like,
throw
keep
that.
glancing at the screen. It wasn't there.
The teleprompter was not. We're going to OGs, Brandon W. Moose, Alco, Churchy. Thanks, Churchy. You're worth more than he thinks. Rad, Ollie Huckers.
I think a lot.
Penny, Aggro, Don Juan Don, Pure Blind, Primal Nerds, Jackson V, Fat Boy, and Big Roach. Thank you all for your continued support, lending us your ears. You could be listening to like, I don't know, 100 better things, but you choose
More.
us. So you're our kind of weirdos.
Choose us every week, dude.
Yeah, every Sunday. New episodes every Sunday. Check that out, hobbyhomies.com.
Woo! Big up to the boys, Fox and Shane. Set your minds free, no locks and chains. Do what you love, roll the dice. 50-50, we cold as ice. One thing cold, but opinions on red.